Let me invite here Archbishop David Onoha and Chief Imam Barrister Sheikh Suleiman Yusuf Jabir.
Mr. President, on behalf of my brother governors, the leadership of Buhari and worldwide, traditional rulers who are here, Southeast stakeholders present, I wholeheartedly welcome our dear leader, the President of Nigeria, President Buhari, to Igbo State, today, the 9th day of September 2021. I wish to thank you, Mr. President, for graciously approving this town hall meeting, which will avail us the opportunity to rub minds on critical national issues as they affect the Southeast region. Mr. President, at the heat of the security crisis in the Southeast, you graciously sent a high-powered delegation to meet us to provide solutions to the problem. We are happy that our fruitful deliberations were conveyed to you, and in your pragmatic manner, you directed an implementation that has manifestly yielded positive results today. It is important at this junction for us to reiterate our collective stand that we believe in the unity of Nigeria. As Mr. President is aware, there is no town in Nigeria that you don't find an Igbo man or woman. Whether it's from Daura in Katsina State, to Uganda in Niger State, or from Ore in Ogun State, to Ahoda in River State, you will definitely see an Igbo man. We are everywhere making our contributions to the economic advancement of Nigeria. With our investments and social attachment to our host communities, it is really inconceivable to imagine that we should support the breakup of Nigeria, not now, not tomorrow, never. However, Mr. President, what we've been asking for, and which we are re-emphasizing, is that we believe in a united Nigeria, rested on justice, equity, and fairness. No citizen will be happy if he is not given accommodation or if he is not treated like a Nigerian. Fortunately, Mr. President is aware of these issues and has done his best in actually addressing them through policy initiatives deliberately designed to give you those a sense of belonging. One of those initiatives is the building of the second Niger Bridge, which former administrations paid lip service to. Which Mr. President is walking the talk. We cannot thank you enough. We cannot thank you enough for this singular project which has an emotional attachment to Ndigo. Of note also, recently, Mr. President, the establishment of a naval base in Imo State, courtesy of Mr. President's gracious approval. I want to inform the people of Southeast that we have a naval base now in Oguta, in Imo State. As time unfolds, the economic benefits of this base to the entire Southeast will become manifest. It is also on record that under your watch, Your Excellency, 2 prominent Igbos were elevated to very prominent positions within the United Nations network. We want to thank you. While Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was recently appointed the Director General of World Trade Organization, indeed, Ndibo knows it would have been impossible without the intervention of Mr. President. Only recently, Dr. Chikwe Ihekazu from Imo State was appointed Assistant Director General of World Health Organization. These are not coincidences, but the fruits of Your Excellency's spirited determination to support the best and the brightest from Igbo land. In this regard, we also wish to use this auspicious occasion to assure Mr. President of the continued support of the Southeast to your administration. You can always count on us because you have shown us that you are not insensitive to the yearnings of our people. We expect, therefore, that the federal roads in the Southeast, which contracts have already been awarded, and most of them money paid for, be completed expeditiously under Mr. President's watch. Mr. President, we are minded by history of the First and Second Republics to note that the Southeast and the North, particularly the Northwest axis, have always enjoyed a robust political alliance or romance, if you will, that always worked for the country. I believe that the political expediency recommends that the known be taken than the unknown. I believe also that as leaders, we should not ignore a tried and tested road. I pray that when we are done with our assignment on this planet and transit to the world beyond, we should be confident to report to our forebears, such as Nnamdi Azikiwe of blessed memory, Tafawa Balewa, Ahmad Bello, Cheru Chagari, Alesi Kweme, Michael Obara, and others, that we added considerable value on the legacy they left behind. Distinguished leaders of the Southeast, Mr. President, I'm sure that in the course of this family party, some other silent matters which we have already agreed on will be presented on behalf of the entire people of Southeast by the President General of Buhari Ndibo worldwide. On a very sad note, I want to formally inform Your Excellency, Mr. President, of the death of the former First Lady of Nigeria, Noble Lady Victoria Aguiyi-Ironsi, who was the wife of the former head of state, General J.T.U. Aguiyi-Ironsi. Similarly, we lost the wife of former Premier of Eastern Nigeria, Lady Adamma Obara, also the wife of the only surviving minister in the First Republic, Mrs. Simbazwike Amaechi. May their souls rest in peace. Once again, Mr. President, thank you for graciously being in our midst. Our message is simple. You've shown us love, we'll show you love. We'll support your government, we'll be with you. Feel free that Southeast are with you. You are at home.
Something wonderful. Check Igbo kwenu. Muono. Rieno. Mr. President, your visit and presence in Igbo land today, where in particular, has more than political significance. Nigeria has ended politics of frivolities. This is a very serious country today. Believe it or not. It's led by a serious president. Check Igbo Kwano!
This mic is not picking up. Hold it close to your mouth.
Mr. President, your presence brings light that automatically drives away the cloudiness, indeed, the doubts in the relationship of Igbo and your government. Igbos say, Osita de ma, akwya? Osita what? Mr. President, what it means is from today, things will begin to be what? Wonderful and rosy. In fact, your presence reassures many of us, the galaxy of Igbo people that gather here today, that there is optimism for Nigerian unity. And we support it wholeheartedly. I feel very pleased in my capacity as President General of Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide, and on behalf of Ndigbo, to welcome you wholeheartedly. Mr. President, in many ways, we have to call notice to the fact that after many years of Nigeria's checkered history of crisis and continuity, and the spectacular patriotic role of Ndigbo, that some people always insist on the perception of Igbos as separatists and secessionists. This is a historical fallacy. Indeed, if the truth was to be told in the history of Nigeria, Ndigbo are the most federating unit among all Nigerian citizens. Mr. President, generally speaking, anywhere you go in Nigeria, from Ohazara to Birnin Kebbi, you don't see an Igbo man, run away. Something is wrong there. Believe it or not, Igbos are market people and travel adventurers. Consequently, what defines the character of Igbos is propensity for friendliness and harmonious, peaceful coexistence. And this is coupled with a spirit of universalism of mankind. Igbos love humanity. They embrace life with enthusiasm, never a dull moment when with an Igbo man or woman. In fact, particularly with a woman. Actually, what defines us is that we are cosmopolitan. And we say in Igbo, Ojembe Nwelo, isn't that true? The traveler doesn't make enemies. He makes what? Another fallacy is that Igbos are not united. You can't speak with one voice. Who told you? There are more things that unite us than divide us. What people see in Igbo is the sense of egalitarianism, which defines the Igbo system of governance, based on democracy and social justice. What makes the Igbo man angry is indeed a system that inhibits his freedom of opinion, whether as individual or groups. Therefore, Mr. President, The leadership of Nigeria must have faith and hope that in spite of all the threats of secessionism or separatism, there is no doubt that no secessionist elements can succeed in Nigeria, provided there is good governance based on equity, justice, and fairness to us. Ndị Igbo are committed to Nigerian unity, and there is news for those trying to push Igbos out of Nigeria. I have news for them, indeed a bad news. Ndị Igbo in Nigeria are like fish in the ocean. No amount or how rough the storm is, it cannot drive the fish out of the ocean. About Nigeria, we must be persistent and consistent. If there's anybody angry that Igbos are everywhere, Igbos want to be Nigerian, or Igbos are Nigerian, too bad. Make your appeal to God. We will be here. Your Excellency, indeed, your visit, I believe that we see today a new dawn in your distinguished presence in Igbo land, and believe that on your return to Abuja, the significance and substance of this visit will form a new foundation of a platform for meaningful dialogue on critical issues of concern to Ndị Igbo. Your Excellency, the most urgent and imperative need of Ndị Igbo is security. The security of Igbo land in Nigeria and beyond has become a compelling primary responsibility of serious concern to all Igbos. Regrettably, in fact, I would say regrettably, our own Southeast zone has recently become a theater of conflict, negating the peaceful, loving nature of our people. In this context, Mr. President, Ohanezendibo calls for the establishment of a zonal and state police apparatus to support and complement the existing federal security architecture. In this context also, Mr. President, we appreciate the infrastructure work you have been undertaking in the Southeast, particularly the second Niger Bridge. Every speech from this side of Nigeria mentions second Niger Bridge. In fact, it is because it symbolizes the unity and bridge across the various regions of the country. However, Mr. President, the Southeast zone is still in dire need of more infrastructure sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria. Among these are roads, bridges, railways, and ports. It is considered view of Ohanezendibo that is also shared by the Igbos as a whole, that federal investment in these areas will revitalize our economy. In conclusion, Mr. President, among the things that are important to us today, there's nothing more than the restoration of serious sense. Mr. President, nothing is as important to Igbo today in Nigeria, the restoration of a serious sense of belonging and the return of the spirit of Nigeria's founding fathers based on the doctrine of one nation, one what? Destiny. Check Igbo kwenu. And we believe your administration can do something about it drastically through the devolution of power, which will ensure a sense of balance in our political system. Mr. President, you are welcome and we love you.
The fundamental thing is that in the addresses mentioned, there is no town you will visit in Nigeria without the Igbos being in charge of either the infrastructure or pharmaceutical, from even galvanizers. So for any Igbo man anywhere to think that of anything outside Nigeria is unthinkable for me, because the evidence is there for everybody to see. You are in charge of the economy, whether you agree or disagree. The second Niger Bridge, and try and see what you are trying to do with the railways from Port Harcourt to go up to Maiduguri, and then linking them with the other lines. I'm sure you must have read Amechi's statement and the rail complex that this administration is working together with the Chinese government and others to make sure that we get the infrastructure right. Because I firmly believe when we get the infrastructure right, you know, Nigerians will mind their own businesses. Which country can advance without infrastructure? It's not possible. But the infrastructure was virtually neglected. And you put a big question mark. Where does that money has gone to? When we came back, we decided that we are going to do the roads, we are going to do the rails, and we are going to stabilize power so that we can realize our potentialities. And as a group, I'm telling you this, the Igbos stand to benefit more than anybody because they are more enterprising. There's no doubt about this. But it's our duty as a government to make sure that we have got the infrastructure right. And I would like to be remembered as a person who stabilizes this country. We will try and secure the country so that Nigerians can mind their own businesses. If there is no security, there is nothing anybody can do, no matter how much he tries or how much initiative he has. Security is number one thing, and we'll try and do that. And security, then the economy. When people feel secure, then they mind their own businesses. Now, the ball is in your court, in the sense that I try to make sure elections are free and fair. Make sure you honestly and practically educate your constituency and you ask for their votes. I assure you, I will continue to do my best in terms of security and the economy. Fighting corruption in Nigeria is extremely difficult. It's so sophisticated. It's very difficult, but I'll keep on trying. And I thank God that nobody can point accusing fingers at me, either of having companies or mansions anywhere in the country. I thank God that I try to keep myself as clean as possible so that I cannot be made a hostage. The problem, people will watch and allow you to make one or two mistakes, and then they will make 1,000 mistakes. I will do my best to make sure that Nigerians that try hard succeed in their efforts. I thank you very much. And Governor of Imo State, I cannot thank you enough, but I will be careful with your future invitations. Thank you very much.
Put on photo now, please.
General Roland Oboka, retired. Professor.
All right, thank you very much, Doctor.
Good night.